welcome back to the channel. I'm Leanne and today I'm going to be unboxing and baking the 4th issue of the Bake Off box from the Great British Bake Off. I'll put the link to the website for the box in the description below so you can have a look and see if you want to subscribe yourself. So without further ado, I'm going to open the box. So there we go. So this is the May box, and they always have a little caption and it says give it a dough instead of give it a go, because it's bread week and we're making chocolate and hazelnut babka. So if you've watched the Great British Bake Off, you might recognise that that is the twisty bread. You twist it up and stick it in a loaf tin, and that's how you make it, apparently. So we'll see how that goes. Dun, dun, dun. Seems like a smaller box to the ones we've had before, but it still feels pretty full. Let's see what we've got. There we go. Okay, so there's our postcard that they bring with every edition, with artwork by Tom Hovey of the bake that we'll be making. Chocolate and hazelnut babka. So it's an enriched dough with melted chocolate and roasted hazelnuts. Then we've got a tips for the tent, which has little extra tips that don't fit in the recipe card. How to. So we'll have a little look at what that says before we start, so we know what to do. It's also got a supplier spotlight, which is Whittaker's chocolates, and they've provided the chocolate in this box, so that's really nice. And then we've got our pack with the recipe card in it and our ingredients list, so it says what we've got in the box, and they send these out by email as well so that you can see what you need to buy, because the other side has other ingredients that you'll need that aren't in the box. In this case it was the eggs, the butter and the milk, because you don't want that coming through the post. And then we've got our recipe card. These are always really nice. I like having photographs with my recipes because you can really see if you're doing it right. Step by step, really simple. We'll see if it's really simple. The skill level, it says, is needs skills. This may work, it may not, we'll find out. Takes 1 hour plus cooling and 2 to 3 hours rising, so it's a bit of a long one, but only 1 hour actually in the kitchen, so that's not too bad. All right, on to the ingredients. Oh, I've ripped the sticker. Oh well. There we go. So this is our dark chocolate from Whittaker's Chocolates in Yorkshire. We've got cocoa powder. That side's probably better. Caster sugar. Always get your caster sugar. And then we've got flour. I imagine this is, it's got special stuff in it, I reckon. Oh, plain white flour. I was expecting something extra in it for fancy doughs. Blanched hazelnuts. I have tried blanching hazelnuts myself before and it's a right pain, so I'm glad that they've given pre-blanched ones. And this is yeast. Instant yeast, which makes it a bit quicker than the equipment. This is the exciting bit. Loaf tin. It's the classic Bake Off greenish blue colour, and it's got Bake Off on the bottom. It's actually inside. I looked at the bottom and was confused because it's reversed. So it's in there. Again, I don't think these are dishwasher safe. Probably best not to anyway, so it keeps that nice and good. So that's everything in the box, the May box, number 4. So I'm going to get my ingredients together, set up in the kitchen, and we'll do a bit of just a time-lapse video showing the process a little bit. As I said in my last baking video, I am not an expert. and given that this recipe says it needs skill, I'm probably going to get some stuff wrong, but it's fun to show anyway, and then I'll come back at the end and show you what it looks like and have a little taste. So I'll see you in a bit. And here we are. So I've prepped all my ingredients. I've got the right sized eggs this time, so that's good. My equipment's ready, so I'm just gonna get into it and start baking. I'm back after leaving the dough to rise for an hour, and well, it's definitely risen. So I'm going to fill it and prep it ready for its second proof. So I will get on with it. Okay, so this needs to go for second proof, which is 1 to 2 hours. It's going to be covered with a tea towel, so I'm not going to be able to film this bit. So I will cover it up and come back and see how it's risen in 1 to 2 hours, and then we can bake it and do syrup and then finish it off. See you in a bit. Okay, so the babka's been proving for an hour and a half, plus the time it took for the oven to come to temperature. So it's going to go in for 15 minutes at 190 degrees and then 25 to 30 minutes at 170. So it's definitely risen. It's gone nice and puffy. I'm not entirely sure if it's doubled in size, but it's definitely bigger, so I'm going to go with it. It's going to go in the oven. There it is. It's a little crispy, might be overdone thinking about it, but the skewer's gone in, come out clean. So I need to make a syrup, brush it on and then let it cool before we take it out of the tin. So I'll get on with that.
that's it. So I just need to let it cool completely before taking it out of the tin, and then we can have a little taste and see what it's like inside, because it looks a bit crispy on the outside, but maybe it's okay in there. So see you in a bit.
And there we have it. So it was a very long bake. Kind of tested my patience, but we got there and we have the final result. So the slice, I've managed to get the swirls in, which is quite good, and it sort of looks like a brioche kind of dough, which is what I was expecting. There's quite difficult to tell, I think, for an amateur baker whether it's needed too much or not enough. There are parts where you're adding the butter in and it just goes all mushy and gross, and you just got to keep on going and it does come together. But then you're like, am I over kneading it? But it does look a bit crispy on the top, from which I'm not sure if it's meant to, but I'll show you the full thing. Put it back in the tin just because I don't have a container big enough. So you can see it's quite dark on top, but it's partly because the chocolate filling's coming out, but also it's a bit crispy. But adds to the texture. So I'm going to try a little bit and let you know what it tastes like. Well, the flavour's definitely gone through all of it. That's really nice, actually. There's a little bit of a crunch to it, but once you get through past the crust bit, it's quite soft and light inside, which is nice. So you've got the mix of textures, flavour of the chocolate and the hazelnut going through. I don't think it would get a handshake from Paul Hollywood, but I like it, so I'm gonna eat more of it. Yeah, I think it's a success. So thank you all so much for watching. Again, I'll put the links in the description to the Bake Off box. Please check it out. I really recommend it for anyone who loves baking, as a gift for someone, even if you just get it as a one-off. It's a real treat. So please like and subscribe to the channel if you want to. Leave a comment below, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks, bye-bye.